Hello, everyone. We've got 32 people joining already. That's great. We're going to give people probably until about 5 after to hop on. So you've got a few minutes if you need to finish anything up last minute.
Will you be sharing the recording with everyone later?
Yes, we will.
Thank you.
Have you joined?
For those just joining us, thank you for hopping on. We're going to get started in about like 4 minutes. We're going to give people some time to hop on and then we'll get started. Macaulay, are you on here? Amdy's here.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can.
Okay, well, good. You probably don't need to hear me anymore. Just want to be sure I was tuned in.
UDSC meeting.
Did you say? You say? Huh?
You can't see me, I'm not in the room anymore. Okay, all right, I'll have to look back at those years, but that would be because there's, so many people in and out of that. Oh.
Yeah, we'll get started in 2 more minutes. Hey, Macaulay, do you care to monitor the chat? I think we've got a couple of people. Thank you. Alrighty, we can go ahead and get started. So thank you for everyone for joining us. We are super, super excited to get everything rolling for the convention. Registration opens next week, which is really exciting. I am Stephanie White and I am the convention director. This is my second year with NDSC and my second convention. So I'm really excited. Last year was a lot of fun and we got great feedback from everyone to be able to change and improve some things for this year. So that's something that we'll do throughout this meeting too, is just talk about some changes that you'll see this year based off feedback that we've received. I've got some other NDSC staff members on the call. I'm going to introduce a couple of key people who you'll see at convention. And so I just want them to kind of share who they are and so that you can kind of put a face to the name. So Sam, I'll let you kind of go first.
Hi, I'm Sam. I'm the communications coordinator for NDSC, and I've been with NDSC for about 2 years. This will be my third convention working with the organization. I am an older sibling to somebody with Down syndrome. She just turned 21. Her name is Gabby. And as the communications coordinator during the convention, you're going to see me walking around with a phone and a camera because I'm going to be doing social media content and grabbing photos for the entire convention. So if you see me, please grab me so that we can take some photos together and we can get your loved ones with Down syndrome on our social media pages, in our newsletter, and our marketing materials.
Thank you, Sam. Jim, I'm going to let you go next. I didn't tell you I was going to let you go, but you are.
That's okay. For those of you I don't know, Jim Hudson, I'm the executive director of NDSC. I started in June of 24, so I was at Phoenix, helped plan Dallas, and very involved in all of the Orlando planning. Feel fantastic about the team that we have in place. When people think it's a year-long planning endeavor, it's really more than that because we already have thoughts for our 2027 and 2028 convention. But I'm really looking forward to it, and I will be running all over the place that week, mostly just meeting and greeting and getting to know the families connected to NDSC.
Thank you, Jim. Hallie, do you want to go next?
Hi, I'm Allie. I am new to the team this year. I am the kids camp coordinator. So this will be my first convention. I'm very excited to join. I am from Cincinnati, Ohio, and I work as an occupational therapist. So I have a lot of experience working with kids and adults with developmental disabilities.
Thank you, Allie. All right, last but not least, Olivia.
Hi, everyone. I'm Olivia, so I'm the new youth and adult coordinator. This will be my first time at YNA, but it'll be my second time at convention. So I got to go back in 2023 when we were in Orlando. And I also have I have a younger brother. His name is Brady, and he is 17. So this will be his first year at YNA, which is super exciting.
Thank you, Olivia. Okay, I'm going to get started just with some of the changes because I think that this is the most exciting part of it is
Did Magali introduce herself?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Magali.
Hi, everyone. My name is Magali Diaz, and I'm the Multicultural Program Coordinator. This is also my third convention. I kind of started whenever Sam started, and I have a 13-year-old with Down syndrome, so she'll be at kids camp.
Thank you, Magali. Is there any other staff on here that would like to introduce themselves?
Chris just joined.
Chris Newland. Hi, I'm Chris Newland. I'm a resource support person at NDSC, and I have a 22-year-old with Down syndrome. I have been to many, many conferences.
Thank you, Chris. Kimberly, I see that you came off mute.
Sorry, I'm not on camera. I am a hot mess today, and I've been I'm not dressed appropriately, but I am the volunteer coordinator, and this will be my second year, and I'm helping out with some registration stuff and convention directory stuff while Stephanie is at home a little while with her new baby.
Yes, if anyone's been emailing me and you're going to get a response from Kimberly for the next month. All right, so we'll get started with some of the changes for this year. We took all the feedback that you guys gave us in those surveys. So at the end of the weekend this year, once you get that email that says, please fill out the survey, we really take that feedback into consideration. So make sure you fill that out. But some of the exciting things that are happening this year, if you've been tuning into our social media, you will see that we are going to be having a celebration dinner on Saturday night. This is going to take place instead of the banquet. So we are going to shift the awards portion of the banquet and move that to Friday night. So Friday night will truly just be awards, and it will be free for anyone to attend. We do ask that you RSVP because we'll be having cookies and juice at that, and it just helps us with numbers. So if you received an award, or you know someone who received an award, or you're just super excited about our awards, that'll be on Friday night this year. And it'll be before the dance. So don't worry, we're not getting rid of a dance to do the awards. We know a lot of people would be very mad about that, and I think I would be too. The dances are the best part. So that will be happening on Friday night now. So then that leaves us kind of Saturday night wide open. So what we wanted to do this year is provide some family-friendly entertainment and an opportunity for everyone to come together and truly celebrate the amazing weekend that we've had. And we thought that since we're in Orlando, it would be super fun to do a Disney sing-along. So we have some characters that will be there. I'm not going to name any names, but there might be a couple princesses, some Marvel characters, and they will lead in a Disney sing-along. We're going to be doing songs that cover music for all generations. So there's going to be stuff that I'm going to like. There's going to be stuff that the younger kids are going to like. So it's really going to be for all ages. So I don't want anyone to think Disney sing-along, oh, that's for the younger ones. No, there's definitely going to be songs that I'm going to be right up there singing with them. Not on stage, though, don't worry. You don't want to hear me sing on stage. So then with that, we'll do a buffet dinner. And the buffet is, I think it's chicken tenders, pasta with Alfredo sauce, mac and cheese, tater tots. So again, more family-friendly style foods. The cost is going to be a little bit cheaper than it has been in the past since it's not a plated meal. And there'll be open seating, so plenty of space to sit. We'll have some high top tables. So really there's not going to be like a formal program. We'll have an introduction, and then we'll do the sing-alongs throughout the night. People can grab food. We'll do some meet and greet with the characters. So it'll be a little bit less formal than the banquet has been, but hopefully a lot of fun, and we're really excited about it. There will be gluten-free options. When we'll go through registration in a second, and you'll see where you'll put in your dietary restrictions, and that will tell us what restrictions you have and what numbers that we'll put in place for ordering food. And then after the celebration dinner will be when the dance will happen. So we the dress code is, Sam, is it dress your Disney best? Is that what you said? Okay. So we encourage people to wear costumes, fun dresses, kind of anything that makes you think of Disney, t-shirts, whatever you want, whatever you're comfortable in. So that will kind of be our celebration dinner. So again, we're really excited about this. We're trying to really take the population that we serve into consideration and what they would enjoy. And so that will be our celebration dinner on Saturday night. Any questions about the celebration dinner? Or the awards banquet? Okay, we will move on to some changes for Kids Camp this year. So in previous years, the way we've done registration for Kids Camp is that you would pick and choose which sessions you wanted to attend and pay separately for each session. Instead of doing that this year, because what would happen is some sessions would fill up and some of them wouldn't fill up. And then your kid might get into one session, but not another session. And it really just was difficult for families. We're going to charge one price for the whole weekend. So if you register for Kids Camp, you'll get to come to all 5 sessions. You don't have to tell us which ones that you're coming to. It's honestly makes registration a lot easier for you all. And then You also will see that you won't choose the age group. You'll put in the age of the kiddo, and then we've got a certain amount of spots that are available for kids camp. And it's not specific to, we can only have 10 people in this classroom. So this allows really for the first, I think we have 120 spots, the first 120 people to be able to register regardless of their age. And then we'll take that and we'll make the classrooms based off of the people who have registered. So again, trying to make this easier for you guys so that there's not one of your kids gets into kids camp, but then their siblings age group is sold out. So now you're trying to figure out what you're going to do with your other kiddo. So we think it'll be easier for you guys. When you see registration, you will see it is a lot easier. You don't have to pick and choose all the things that you had to last year of, okay, is my kiddo in the Sadlers or the Wranglers and all of that. So it should be easier for you guys. And we think that we'll be able to serve more people this way. Okay. The next change I'm going to talk about is DSAIA. So last year we merged with the Down Syndrome Affiliates in Action, and a big change that happens with that merger is that their leadership conference is now going to be connected to our convention. So it'll be happening on Wednesday and Thursday before convention. So if there's anyone on here who is registering for DSAIA in that leadership conference, you will get a link to register from Tiffany, who is the DSAIA coordinator, and you'll use that link to register. And on that will be the DSAIA link if you're only going to go there, or there's a DSAIA plus NDSC convention upgrade. And if you're going to go to both, you'll use that link because it gives you a discounted rate. So if you're coming to both, you'll get a discounted rate. So stay tuned. You won't use our link on our website. You're going to use that specific link that you receive in an email from Tiffany. Okay, I'm going to pass it off to Olivia to talk about some changes for YNA.
Yes, thank you. So one big change we have for YNA we're super excited about. We kind of took some reoccurring feedback, and we know that everyone's convention experience means something a little bit different to them. So this year you'll notice when you go to register for YNA, where previously it would have the seating request, you're going to have two options. So there's the option for maybe the self-advocate who I know I've gotten a lot of feedback that convention is one big family reunion. And because of that, we kind of have an option that the highlight of their weekend is to connect with other self-advocates, see their friends they haven't saw in a while. And they will be able to select this option that they can put some names down, and we will pair them in a random track like we've done in previous years, as long as both attendees request to be paired together. So that's pretty similar to last year, what we did. The other option will be maybe for some of our newer self-advocates, my brother who hasn't maybe been before, maybe he would like to select the track he's going to go on for that Saturday. So there will be another option where you can select that, and they will be able to, later in May, when all of our tracks are built, they'll be able to select one of our 10 preset tracks to maybe tailor to more of their preferences. If there is any questions on this, feel free to email me. I can drop my email in the chat, or feel free to chat me, but it is a change we're super excited about.
Olivia, do you care to explain kind of why you can't do both? Why you can't choose a track and choose who you're sitting with?
Yes. So this is something that obviously is going to be very hard for some of our self-advocates to choose, because we all want to do both, and we totally recognize that. It's somewhere that I'm hoping we can build up to one of these years. This year, we can't do it just because we are accepting more self-advocates this year. And just with our table rotations, everybody specifically needs to be sitting within their track at their table. So that's why we'll either pair the friends together in one track so they can still be at the same table in the same track. Or if they want to pick their own track, then we can just make sure they're at track number 5's table. Stephanie, feel free to add anything in if you feel like I missed anything.
What questions do you all have about that? No one? I thought I saw someone come off mute.
Yeah, somebody's asking, do you have the timings of the sessions and the tracks?
So our tracks will be on Saturday. They'll be from around 9 to 5 p.m., but nothing's been finalized yet. So if your self-advocate selects that they want to pick their track, those will come out in around May.
Thank you, Olivia. Okay, next we're going to go through registration and what it looks like. We are using the same registration tool that we used last year. And so people who registered last year, it's going to look very, very similar. People who haven't, it'll be new to you, but we feel like it's very user friendly and that we've gotten a lot of positive feedback about it. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Just one second. And we're just going to go through a registration. I'm not going to be able to see questions that come up once I start sharing my screen. So Sam, if there's something that is applicable that you want to interrupt me for, feel free to.
We have a few
Okay.
questions if you want to talk
Oh,
off the top of your head while you're sharing your screen.
You can answer this first.
Will YNA go through lunch on Saturday?
It will not. We will break for lunch and then they'll resume after lunch.
What is a track?
Tracks are the sessions that the YNA attendees will attend. So they are broken up into different groups. So they will have two different groups. So they'll have their group that they're with at their table, and then they'll have their group that they attend sessions with. So tables 1 through 6 will attend sessions together and say that we call them track 1. So group 1, they're going to attend the same 5 sessions all together. And so those sessions will each be different. They'll be led by self-advocates or professionals in the field and topics that we find are interesting to our self-advocates.
And then does kids camp registration fill quickly?
Yes, this is different this year. So we're not exactly sure when it will fill up. Last year, when we got to the end of convention, there was still some spots available in certain age groups and certain times. So it was Sunday's our least attended kids camp day. So you would see that the infant room on Sunday was still available. So it's going to be different this year. So I can't say exactly when it will fill up.
We have a few more questions, but the rest of them are more appropriate for the open Q&A towards the end.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get started going through the registration. All right. So on this first page, it's going to be, pretty basic information. So you're just going to fill in your name, your address, city, and then again, just basic information. All of this information is good for us in order to contact you. When you are registering, if you're registering yourself and your significant other, your parent, child, whatever, if you want them to have separate access to the app and be able to see it, you will want to put in your unique email addresses, or else if I say I registered me and my husband and I use my email for both of us. If I go into the app and I'm adding the sessions that I want to attend, and he goes into the app and he's adding the sessions that he wants to attend, we're going to see both of each other's information. So if you want to be able to kind of have your own unique information in the app, then make sure you put separate email addresses, because that's how you'll get access to the app. You'll get access to the app closer to convention. I want to say we did it in June last year, and we did do another Q&A at that time just to kind of go through the app to see if anyone has questions. So here's where you're going to click your dietary restrictions. So if I was gluten-free, I would click it here. And then if I add the meal plan on later, if I say that I want to do go to the celebration dinner, that is automatically going to tell us that. So there isn't any question when you choose that, because this information will carry over and we'll know based off of that. Here you're going to have some different consents. So you're just going to check those. It's mostly just liability and photos. Okay. The next page is just going to give us information about whether you've attended the convention before, how you heard about us. This information is just good for us for marketing purposes. And then the age of the person who inspired you. This helps us year after year know kind of who's attending convention so that when we're selecting speakers, we're making sure that we're choosing content that's relevant to you all. Here you can choose whether you need information in Spanish or not, and we will have interpreters there to interpret specific sessions, both in YNA, or I guess in the general workshops, YNA and Kids Camp. That's not all sessions, but there'll be specific sessions that are selected, and there will be specific sessions that are presented in Spanish as well. Okay, here, now that you've given us all your information, is where you kind of get to choose your experiences. And so if you want to purchase dinner or tickets to the celebration dinner, this is where you're going to do that. You're going to select the number of tickets that you would like. If you have a child that's 0 to 3, you don't have to purchase a ticket for them, but any child 4 to 12 years of age can do the child ticket. The next option is for the meal plan. I would say that this was one of our biggest feedbacks from last year, is that the meal plan wasn't very great last year. So I've worked with the hotel. I will say we've done lots of negotiations with the hotel to get you guys a better experience this year. So it is very specifically listed out what the foods are that will be included. And if you don't see it on there, then it's not included. I think that was something that came up last year, is that people assumed that there was going to be like fruit or something with it, and there wasn't. So really what you see is what you get. And there are restaurants on site. You are able to DoorDash food, so you don't have to do the meal plan. It's really just there for convenience for you all, if you would like to purchase it. Okay, the next thing is to purchase a convention t-shirt. So you'll see here that youth and adult conference, siblings conference, and kids camp attendees will all receive a shirt that is specific to the conference that they're attending. This is kind of our general convention shirt. So this is going to be different than all of those shirts. So if whoever you're signing up wants to receive both, they will be different shirts.
Could you say that again, Stephanie? You lost me on the t-shirts.
Yes. So for each different conference, so kind of within our convention, we've got the general conference, the siblings conference, youth and adult, and kids camp. So youth and adult, siblings, and kids camp, they all get their own shirt that's specific towards youth and adult, siblings, or kids camp. And then they have the option of purchasing the general convention shirt that's going to be different than those shirts. So if I'm registering my sister and she is going to YNA and she also wants the convention shirt because it's blue, but the YNA shirt is purple, she can purchase both. Okay, one new thing. Oh, this is another new thing that we have for this year. We are going to be selling NDSC merch. So you can order it here and then you'll pick it up at convention. So when you register, you'll get probably, I think it is that you'll get a ticket that you'll bring to one of the booths that'll give us the information about what size you got, what you ordered. We will have limited, very, very limited quantities of these things on site to purchase, but to be guaranteed, I would definitely add it on during your registration. If you decide later on that like say you register tomorrow, well, not tomorrow, on the 10th, and you decide later on that you want to add on a hat and you forgot to, you can go back into your portal through your confirmation email and add that on. We'll send out an email about the final date to purchase merchandise because there will be a cutoff date.
Stephanie, aside from the merchandise that's available here, the convention shirts, will they be available for purchase on site?
So what we do for the convention shirts is on Sunday, anyone who hasn't picked up their shirt will send a notification. Actually, don't quote me on Sunday. At one point throughout the weekend, I can't remember if it's Saturday or Sunday, we'll send out a notification on the app that any leftover shirts are available for purchase and where you can come to purchase those. So make sure if you buy a shirt to pick it up, or else we sell them at the end of the weekend so we don't have to transport them back.
This year, the t-shirts are the blue that's on the screen. Yes, it's that powder blue color.
There's the shirts. There's a back of the shirt too. We don't have that up because it has our sponsors' logos on there. We don't have our sponsors finalized for this year.
Are the t-shirts unisex or are they by gender?
They're unisex.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let's move on. Okay, this is another change for this year. As
Can I,
we, yeah, you have a
can I,
question?
yeah, what's the registration fee?
$295 if you register between now and the end of April. After, I think on May 1st, it goes up to $395. And then on June 1st, it goes up to $495.
295 includes meals and
I'm sorry.
accommodation. $295 includes meals and accommodation.
It does not. It is just the registration fee for the conference. There's an additional fee
Okay,
for the meal plan and for hotel accommodations.
okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. And on our website, there is a spot where there's all the different resources. So you can see the schedule at a glance on there. If you go to our website and then go to convention, you'll see the schedule at a glance. So what is planned for the weekend. You'll see a visitor's guide of things that you can do in Orlando, and you'll see, Sam, what do we call the one that has all the convention information, the general information?
The convention details packet.
Yes. So then there's a packet that has all the information about the hotel, the prices, the registration dates, transportation to the hotel, information about Disney as well. So that's all on our website. Okay. Another thing that's different for this year, and this is truly just because each hotel that we work with does things differently. So this hotel does not include Wi-Fi. So this is available for purchase. And what you would do is, sorry, the hotel does, the meeting space does not. So say I'm staying in the hotel and I'm really just wanting Wi-Fi for when I'm in my room, you'll have that. If you're in the meeting space and you're wanting Wi-Fi, then you would have to purchase it separately, and we'll send out a code to all of those people who purchase that separately. Any staff that was on site in January, can you say whether your cell service worked well in the meeting rooms or if you felt like you needed Wi-Fi?
I felt like you needed some Wi-Fi in certain areas of but depending on where you were in the hotel, because of like if you were over in kids camp, it was a little bit better. But if you were in the meeting space, just because you're stacked on top of a bunch of things, I had a little bit of spotty issues. But Sam, what did you think?
It probably also depends on your carrier.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And this is something that if you decided on site that you wanted to purchase it, you can come to our registration and we'll be able to add that on for you. Okay. The next thing we'll talk about is our deep dive sessions. So these are sessions that are 3 hours long and will be on Friday morning. These are an additional fee just because they're limited to smaller quantities of people. You get access to the speakers to talk through questions a little bit more. And so those will be on Friday morning and are $75 each. You definitely don't have to sign up for one. It's kind of an additional thing if you're interested. So all of the topics will be listed. Say you sign up for one of them and then later you're reading it and missed that there's one on financial planning and you're interested in that, you can switch it as long as we have spaces available. So you can reach out to our team and we'll get that switched for you if you need it. Okay, extra activities. So all of these things are free and going on throughout the weekend. So on Thursday, we've got our Global Research and Medical Roundtable. So if you want to learn about what the research, current research that's going on in the field, you can add that on here. And that does include lunch as well. Advocacy Training Boot Camp. This will be with our policy team. They do a fantastic job of teaching people kind of the basics on advocacy, and they do some fun little skits. And so that is on Friday morning, and there it's really for all levels. So you don't have to have any prior experience with advocacy. You can be a beginner, but also if you kind of have basic advocacy skills, and you can also join as well. So it's really for all levels of experience. So here you would say either beginner, intermediate, and then whether you've attended before. Friday nights are awards reception. So that's what I mentioned earlier. We do request that you RSVP just so we know numbers of kind of chairs to set up, and then also for the cookies and juice. Our African American lunch will be going on Saturday, and that is an opportunity for everyone to gather. And there's no fee associated with it, but we do ask that you RSVP just so that we've got numbers. Same with our Hispanic lunch. So that will be on Friday as well. Sorry, that's on Friday. Macaulay, can you confirm, are those at the same time or are they on different days?
Hi, so we are flipping them. So African American is on Friday and Hispanic is on Saturday.
Okay, so the dates will be a little different, so don't put that in your calendar yet. There'll be a change when you go to register. Okay, and then here is where you will see what our cancellation policy is. So we do ask if you are not going to be attending that you cancel before June 30th. This allows our team for YNA and Kids Camp, sometimes we end up with a wait list. And so this gives us time to reach out to those families who are on the wait list so that they can arrange travel, and it gives us time to process all of that. So we do request that to receive a refund, you cancel before June 30th. We also request it makes for the families that are on the wait list, if you know that you're not going to come, please reach out, even if you're not worried about the refund, because we hate for people to miss that opportunity. Then here is where, so I've gone through and I've registered. If I wanted to go to register anyone else in my family, this is where you'll go and you can add on another general conference registration if that's what you're looking for. But this is where you can also register someone for the youth and adult conference, for the siblings conference, for kids camp. So if you have, if you're attending the youth and adult conference and you're not attending or wanting to register with anyone else, you can email info@ndsccenter.org, and that's where you'll get the link for only the youth and adult conference. It's separate because we didn't want, in order to be tied to your family, you need to register this way. If you're attending on your own, then you can be on, then that conference registration is separate. So if you're not attending with anyone else, just email info@ndsccenter.org and we'll get you that unique link. But if not, say I want to add a youth and adult, I would click this link. I'll go through the same kind of questions and information, and then it'll give me the same option to add someone else. If I want to add someone for siblings conference, once I finish theirs, it'll give me the option for kids camp. With this, one thing I didn't mention previously is if you are registering for the celebration dinner and each person in your family is coming, you have the option to purchase multiple tickets, but we recommend you doing it on each registration. So say I'm registering myself, my husband, and my son, then I'm going to go and I'm going to add the celebration ticket for me because I want them to know that I'm gluten-free. And then I'm going to go to my husband's registration and I'm going to add it for him because I want them to know that he's lactose intolerant. If you add all 4 people to your registration, then everyone would be marked as gluten-free. So the reason that there is the option to register more than one person is because sometimes we have a grandparent who's coming to watch a child throughout the weekend, but they want to attend the celebration dinner, so you can add it on there. If you realize later on that you added the tickets to yourself and you would like to put it on your husband's registration, your child's registration, you can email us and it's not a big deal. We can get that switched over.
We have a few questions about ages for YNA and Kids Camp and about, like the 14 cusp, like, oh, they're going to be 14 and a half. Can you just talk a little bit about like what age they have to be for each program?
Yes. So for Kids Camp, it's going to be 6 months to 14. For YNA, it's going to be 15 and up. We do ask that you register for the specific age that your child is, because if we start to make exceptions, then where's that line? And then we have people reaching out asking if their 17-year-old can still come to Kids Camp, but then that's taking away a spot from a child who really is between that age. So we do our best to make our programming as accessible for everyone based off of the age. So we try to put supports in place to be able to accommodate them as much as we are able, given that we have volunteers that run a lot of our programming for us under the guidance of our staff.
And if someone wants to attend the awards reception, do they have to be registered for the general conference?
Email me your scenario. I'm going to say yes, but we would prefer it to be that way, but I can't say that we wouldn't make an exception. We try to be as accommodating as possible. If you are registered for it and you're receiving an award and your parent is going to come only for this, I'm happy to make an exception for that. So just email us. We try to be as accommodating as possible.
And I believe we're caught up on all the questions for right now. Steph, is there anything else that you want to go over before we do open Q&A?
I see a couple questions in the chat that I see at least one that hasn't been answered yet. I see that someone asked if there'll be a meet and greet for those who are from the same state. We don't have that right now. There is a Facebook group that is not run by NDSC, so I'm going to make sure that this is not us, but there's an NDSC convention page that someone has started years and years ago that families like to connect on there. So I'm not sure the exact name of the group, but I think if you look up NDSC convention on Facebook, you might find this group, and there'll be families that connect that way. But that's something that we are working with our software company on ways to group people together based off of their child's age. So their team has said that they've sent it to their development team. It won't be ready for this year's convention. So we do understand that families would like that, and we're working through ways to make that happen for you all. Let's see.
We've got a lot of questions about booking the hotel rooms.
Yes, so you will get a link in your confirmation email to book your hotel room. Was there a specific question, Sam, or just how to book it?
Just how to book the hotel rooms.
Yes, so that link will be in your confirmation email. You will have to follow that link. The hotel will not accept reservations over the phone.
I think we have a hand raised, Justin.
Well, good evening. I am Justin Hall. I just love to be part of this training. It's very interesting. I just emailed your other team on the Zoom chat, and I want to do one training, and I'm looking now. I hear advocacy group. I hear advocacy name it. I am the part of advocacy at North Bay, Napa County, and I am a part of South Advocacy, my other team in Napa PSI. So I do want to do more training with you. Do you mind? You'd be okay? You'd be put me on the email list, newsletter too. Thank you.
Definitely. Can you send us your email in the chat?
Yeah, I will do it right now.
Perfect. Thank you. We would love to add you to our list.
And then we just have a few clarifying questions about when registration's open. So just so everyone knows, it opens at noon Eastern Standard Time. And then we have a lot of questions about how much are the hotel rooms and where can we find a link for the hotel rooms. Are we able to book extra hotel rooms past conference days for people who are staying for vacations?
Yes, great questions. The rate is $215 plus a $15 resort fee per day. And you can get that rate. I want to say it starts, well, let me look because I don't want to say the wrong thing. You can stay a couple days before and after. I know the last day is on Tuesday, but let me pull up our contract just so I don't tell you the incorrect thing. Thank you guys for being patient.
Are the conference room blocks pet friendly? I mean, the Hilton is pet friendly as a hotel, but I don't think the conference rooms specifically, unless they're
Yeah,
service
so the
animals,
hotel
right?
rooms, there's probably an additional fee. If it's a service animal, then there's no issue, but the specific meeting rooms will not be pet friendly. Okay, so you can start booking your stays on Sunday, July 19th. And then the last night that you could stay, so this will be checking out on the next day. So you could stay on the night of Tuesday, July 28th with a checkout on Wednesday, the 29th.
At that same rate?
Yes. And I will say on the days leading up to and after, we don't have as many hotel rooms. So you might see that those rooms sell out. So if you're wanting to stay before or after, make sure that you register on the 10th because we just don't have as many rooms. The bulk of our rooms are on the days that the conference are.
Do you know what the parking rate is? And then also, can you repeat the dates or put them in the chat?
Yes. The parking rate, it's kind of weird how they do it. They tell us that we get half off of the published rate, but they don't tell us the published rate until closer to then because they change it based off. I think that they don't want to get locked into a rate. So we get half off whatever their published rate is for parking. And then the hotel dates would be check-in on, I'm typing this in the chat. Check out. Okay, I sent those in the chat.
The name of the hotel is the Hotel Signia at Bonnet Creek.
Yeah, the Hilton Signia.
Hilton Signia. What did I say? Hotel Signia.
Hotel.
Yeah, it's a hotel.
I see someone asking if you have to stay there. You do not have to. You are welcome to find other hotels in the area if you would prefer to stay somewhere else. And then once the hotel fills up, we will provide an overflow. We'll provide overflow hotels that will have a shuttle to and from those hotels to the convention.
Stephanie, I have a couple of questions. I'm working for a family. I'm not attending the conference, but they've tasked me with registering the self-advocate plus 2 caregivers that would like to come from New Hampshire. So do I have to log into the main website and individually register each human being? They're all adults. They're not family members. So I'm not sure if I would click on that add a family member, or if I would click on help me understand whose name should appear on that first line on page 1.
Yeah, so we can do if you would like to give them we can give them a promo code if they want to register themselves, but if you're the one who's paying for it or whatever, so you would reach out to us, tell us what you want to register them for, then we would generate a unique promo code for them, and then once they've registered, we would send a invoice to you.
They're not as technically savvy as I am, so
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm going to be handling both
Yeah.
the self-advocate registration and the 2 adult humans that are accompanying the self-advocate. So how would I go about on March 10th, Tuesday, registering to get the link for the hotel to get the hotel rooms? What should I do?
So you would go in and just register under their name. So for the first person, it doesn't matter who you put first. And
Okay.
then it says add a family member because most of our conference is families. But if you just want all of their registrations to be grouped under the same one, you would just do them as a family. But
Including
if
the self-advocate?
yes. But if
Okay.
you want, or you could go in and do 3 separate registrations. It depends on if you want their registrations linked together. The difference with that is if you do it as a group/family, only the main registrant gets the confirmation email, versus if you do them all separately, then each person would get the confirmation email.
Okay. I'm gonna have to think about that one. I'm thinking it's going to be sent to me so that I can disperse all the appropriate confirmations to the affected individuals.
So what you could do is still register under that person's name, but when the main registrant, put your email address, and then you'll get the email for the whole group.
All right. But so I can do one at a time or one and then do the add family members. And that will ask the same questions about name, dietary restrictions, everything like that. But if I do it as a family, the dietary restrictions I choose as a family member will connect to all 3 people?
No, for each person, you'll be able to uniquely put in their information, even if you do it as a family.
Okay. And we don't have to choose the tracks and/or for the self-advocate, the YNA on that Saturday on March 10th. We can choose that at a later date, or do we have to choose that at the same time?
You have to choose whether you want to choose a track or choose who they want to sit with. So, if you choose the track option, Olivia will email you at a later date to figure out which track, because those aren't set yet. We're still working on finalizing that. If you want it to be, if you have a seating preference, then you would put in the seating preference on March 10th.
And that would be some other family throughout the United States that the self-advocate has made friends with over the years that might
Yeah.
want to sit with that person?
So we have a lot of returning people who they want to sit, like they come every year and they're looking forward to seeing the same people that they've made friends with in previous years. So we want to make sure that they have the option to sit with those people if that's really important to them.
And that is a line item that you went over in the registration thing that we saw?
Yeah, so I only went through the general registration. I didn't go through the youth and adult one, which is for the self-advocates. So their questions will be a little bit different, but the setup is pretty similar.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry for all the questions, but
That's what we're here for.
that's why I'm here too.
What else? Sam, is there more questions in the chat?
Yeah, we're asking about shuttle schedule, which is not out quite yet. And then also if there's an individual with Down syndrome who is attending YNA, yes, please contact info@ndsccenter.org for that registration if you're signing up independently.
Yeah, for the shuttle, for anyone who tried to take the shuttle last year, we did have an issue with the shuttle company that was unique to the location that we were at and the shuttle company and the specific driver. We didn't have issues the following days, so I don't want that to deter anyone because they had issues with that last year. That should not be an issue this year.
Are we talking about shuttles from the airport?
No, this is shuttles if you are staying at the Overflow Hotel. The hotel does have a shuttle to the airport. It's through a third party company and it's not free. So that information is in same as in the visitor's guide or the Orlando details.
Orlando details.
Okay.
How far is the hotel from the airport?
I want to say it was like 20 to 30.
Is it an easy one or easy Uber or not?
It's a pretty easy Uber. It's about 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
I think it
thank you.
cost me about $35 when I was there.
Great. So not super far, not like 45 minutes or an hour.
No, it was much closer than that. Someone wants to know
Okay,
if
thank
we, oh yeah, of course. If we aren't receiving any awards or know anyone that is receiving the award, can we still go to the award ceremony, or is that just for people receiving awards?
You can definitely, we encourage anyone to go and support them.
This is Levi. It'll be his first conference. He just wanted to say hi before bedtime.
Oh, hi, Levi.
He's
Are you
14
maybe at
months.
kids camp?
He said, yes, we're going to sign up the first day it opens.
Yay, we're super excited to have you.
Hotel rooms for family members who are volunteering.
You can reach out to Kimberly, the volunteer coordinator, and she will work with you to determine if the volunteer requirement has been met in order to receive the link for the hotel room.
When will the agenda for general sessions be posted on the website?
That's a great question. I know last year we posted it earlier because in previous years, I don't think that it came out right away. Or I think, was it the weekend of that people got it? So I know we did it earlier last year. It'll be in the app. And we don't have a specific release date for the app, but the app is the way that you'll view the sessions. I want to say we did it in June last year so that you have plenty of time to look it through. We sent out the souvenir journal too. So we'll send out the souvenir journal so that you can view the sessions on there, but then also the easiest way to view it will be in the app.
And when will the list of overflow hotels be available?
Once our hotel block is full.
Stephanie, do we have a name of the app yet?
The Show app, SHOAPP. And you can't, like, if you tried to download it right now, it wouldn't, you really need the link because then that gives you the login to our specific convention. But our app isn't live yet. So I don't think if you download it that it'll take you where you want right now.
Can self-advocates also volunteer to help out at the convention?
Yeah, so that Kimberly can help identify specific, if you want help identifying what would be a good place for them to volunteer, or if you see something on there that seems interesting to them, we definitely encourage self-advocates to volunteer.
Is there public transportation around where the hotel is?
I am not positive. I know that there is like Uber and Lyft. I'm not sure if it's on a bus line. If you send us your email address, we can look that up and get back to you.
Is the hotel fairly remote, or is there stores nearby and CVS, other box stores that in case we need to get supplies or something like that? Or are we pretty isolated at this resort?
It's a little bit more isolated. You would have to, it's not within walking distance. In the visitor's guide, there is information on the locations of different stores. There is a free shuttle from the hotel to Disney Springs, though, and there's a bunch of different shops at Disney Springs. I'm not sure if there's like a pharmacy or anywhere you can buy food specifically at Disney Springs, but I know there's a lot of restaurants and shops around there. The other thing I didn't mention is that there is a shuttle to Disney. So the shuttle will take you to the Disney parks and to Disney Springs, and that's a free shuttle from the hotel. Additionally, there is a discount for all of our convention attendees at Disney. So you will get a discount in your confirmation email. So there's a link to receive those discounted tickets. I think you get 20% off.
Can teenagers volunteer? And if so, what age?
There is specific positions that are appropriate for teenagers, and that will be listed on our volunteer information, the signups. Josh, I'm not sure if there are fast food restaurants over there or not. There, I, in our Dallas details, there is, or sorry, not Dallas details. Ooh, I'm still on Dallas. In our Orlando visitors guide, there is information on restaurants, and there is like, I can't remember if we did a star or a check mark next to the restaurants that are at Disney Springs. So if you take a look at that, you'll see which restaurants you can take the free shuttle to.
Do most people do the meal plan?
I'll say last year we had about 450 people of 2,000 that did the meal plan.
Are there any other questions that maybe we missed in the chat? I know the chat is going actually pretty quickly, so if we might have missed any, please resend your question.
I'm bad at typing. Sorry, I just have one more.
You're good.
If I register the one person and then use the family option and get the confirmation link to the hotel, will I be able to book 3 hotel rooms with 1 confirmation, or will I have to get 3 confirmations for 3 hotel rooms?
I can't remember off the top of my head if you can book 2 or 3 rooms at a time, but you can use this. You just have to go out and go back in. You don't
Okay,
need
so
the confirmation email. You would just have to go back into the hotel link.
using the link that I've already been sent
Correct.
after registering the people.
Yes, it's not a unique link.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Are the meals buffet style, and how long are the lines?
For the meal plan?
Yes, for the meal plan.
Yes, it is buffet style, and honestly, it goes by really quick. Last year was grab and go, so it probably went quicker than it will this year. But I will say for breakfast, people really spread out when they come. We've got some people that are early morning people, and they're there right when the meals open, and then we've got people who are the later people who are like, I got 5 minutes, I got to grab my food really quick. So, I will say that it goes by really quick.
I've been on the meal plan when it's offered, and it saves time and effort. It's much faster than standing in line at Starbucks, and it's much faster than waiting for a meal delivered to your room, and it's actually cheaper. And looking at the options, it's certainly better than last year. And one year, I don't remember where we were, but one year we were so surprised because it was such a wonderful meal plan. We were sure it was the wrong place.
Are we in someone else's conference?
Yeah, but it is definitely, I wouldn't say last year was worth it, but this one looks like it is.
Yes, last year was my first year, and so I learned a lot, the meal plan specifically. And I will tell you, I have been communicating with the hotel very diligently about the meal plan, and we negotiated the cost down a lot. So we did show them directly what the cost was of a meal to get it delivered to your room, and got the cost down for the meal plan so that not everyone was deterred from the price of the meal plan, and that it was comparable. Or else I told them that our families weren't going to purchase the meal plan, and they were just going to go to the restaurants, and their restaurants were going to end up so backed up. So we got the meal plan price down, so it is comparable to if you were to eat in their restaurant, or have food delivered to you at your seat at the pool or to your room. The grab and go is definitely going to be cheaper still, but the lines are going to get a little bit backed up. So in terms of staying on site at the restaurants and eating there, the meal plan will be really comparable.
And Stephanie, we can say we actually tried it. The staff was there in February, and we actually tried 2 or 3 of the meals, and I'm a very picky eater, and they were very, very good.
Is there a connecting hotel to the convention hotel?
So the Waldorf Astoria and the Hilton Signia are connected by the meeting space. So those 2 hotels are connected.
And then this person has autism and works at a special needs school. They're wondering if the conference is worth it. And the costs add up to be pretty expensive, which is true, but I would say it's worth it.
I
it's
think
worth it.
we are a little bit biased. I'm not gonna lie. I hope my whole goal is to make this conference worth it, and to take people's feedback and make changes to make it worth it for everyone. So I really hope maybe some people can chime in too who have attended in the past. If you're gonna say it's worth it, don't tell us it's not.
My daughter and one of her staff and I have attended since she was 16. I attended before she turned 16, but it is like a family reunion. We get something out of it every single year, and we look forward to it. I just wish it wasn't always in July in the South. It would be lovely once it was in the North. It would be nice every once in a while if you'd remember that there were other states.
Yes.
Come to New England in July. It's beautiful.
It won't be in the South in July next year, I promise you.
If you get the meal,
But the answer is yes, it's worth it. It definitely is worth it. You will pick up all kinds of things. You will meet people. No matter how old your young person is, you will meet people who have gone your journey and beyond. And it's just wonderful to see.
Thank you, Dorothy. And we're in Denver in 2027, so it'll definitely be cooler and a different climate.
if you get the meal plan, where do you go to get the meals? Is it to go?
It's not to go. We have tables set up in there. So we would encourage you to stay in that room T, and it's in a space that's in kind of in the center of our convention space. So you'll see that on the map once it's released, the location of the meal plan, and it's pretty centrally located.
Will there be any nurses or EMTs at the convention?
It would be if they volunteer, but we don't hire any nurses or EMT to be on site.
Does the 14-year-old have to go to kids camp, or can they go to a meeting room for general conference?
They can go to a meeting room. We encourage you to kind of keep them entertained if you need to, just because there's other families who are attending those sessions and trying to get information out of it. But we hope that our community is pretty understanding of the population that we serve and that we're there for. So they can definitely come to the sessions with you.
Stephanie, we've also in the past added that if there are not enough chairs for the adults, then the 14-year-old would have to sit on the floor if they're not signed up for the session.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions that we didn't get to in the chat? Or any that someone wants to come off mute and ask? Zachary Owen, do you have a question? Or it sounded like I might have cut someone off accidentally if that person has a question too.
It was just me.
Okay.
Yes, I have a question. Could you please post the agenda that you had when you first started the meeting? I came in late, but I caught a glimpse of it. Or are you going to send that out to the attendees who are online right now?
I'm not, was it the schedule at a glance that's on our website?
I think so. I know you
That's
had something up. I'm sorry. I know you had something up with the prices and the price of the rooms and everything, but I wasn't sure what it was.
Yeah, I had our registration open that I was going through. So the registration will be open on March 10th, but all of the other information can be found on our website with pricing and information about the hotel. And also the schedule at a glance that has the agenda for the weekend.
Thank you.
Yeah, and if you came on late, we also are recording this and sending it out tomorrow and putting it on our YouTube. So you can always catch up that way as well.
Thank you.
Will the meeting rooms be larger than last year?
So the meeting rooms will be similar. There are some rooms that are larger and some rooms that are smaller. and we do our very best to put the sessions that we think are going to be the most well attended in the larger rooms, and the sessions that we think will have a little bit less people that might be a little bit more specific to people's needs in the smaller rooms. But it's really us doing our very best to guess which sessions are going to be the most well attended. So we have the numbers from last year to see which sessions were the most highly attended. And obviously the sessions aren't going to be exactly the same, but we have an idea of the topics that our families are most interested in. And so we do our very best to place the sessions in rooms accordingly.
Stephanie, if I'm trying to fly people in from Boston, if they're flying in on that Thursday, are they going to miss stuff if they don't get to Orlando until the afternoon, or is most of the meat and potatoes of sessions and or activities the Friday, Saturday?
Yeah, so on Thursday, things start at noon. So the Global Medical Roundtable is going to start at noon, and that's from 12 to 4. And then after that, we'll have our welcome session and our family fun night. So that's kind of what's going on Thursday, and then the sessions start on Friday.
Okay, so if I got them there mid-afternoon on Thursday, hopefully they would be able to at least catch a little bit at the hotel and then start on Friday.
Yes.
Thank you. And nothing's on Sunday other than checking out and leaving. Is that correct?
We actually do have some sessions on Sunday. So there's one session cycle on Sunday, and then we will have the opportunity for kids camp, and then the youth and adult talent show is on Sunday.
Oh, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Do a lot of the attendees stay and not go home until Monday?
I would say people check out, like you can check. So I can't remember off the top of my head what time the session cycle ends on Sunday. Last year we had it end that was before checkout, so the parents could go to a session and then check out while their child was still in youth and adult or the kids camp.
10:30.
You said it ends at 10:30?
Yes.
I don't know what time checkout is for this hotel. So it's around that time. So some people will check out on Sunday and take their stuff with them or check out after a session. But then some people will stay until Monday.
When is the last session on Sunday if I'm trying to get flights back to Boston?
It ends at 10:30.
Ends or starts?
The general session ends at 10:30, and then YNA and Kids Camp ends around noon.
What about the talent show?
That ends around noon.
Okay. So if they had a 2 or 3 o'clock flight, they'd be fine.
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is there a specific airline or airplane or airport to fly into?
Yes, it's Orlando. I think, I don't know if it's Orlando International. The code is MCO.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Are there any ADA rooms in the hotel block?
Yes. So when you register, once you get to, I think, the payment page, there's like a checkbox if you need an ADA accommodate a room that is ADA friendly.
Someone said, since this is my first time, how can I put together a schedule so that my 14-year-old son and I can make the most of it? Do you have any guidance for first-time parents? My son only speaks Spanish.
Chris, are you guys reaching out to new families this year?
Yes, I can do that. And if she only speaks Spanish, Magali can too.
So we can reach out to you all and help you guys with information on kind of what to create your schedule.
Will there be other languages for translation other than Spanish?
We do not currently have any other. If you have specific needs, message us and we can see if we can problem solve through if we know of someone else that's going to convention that speaks that language. So definitely reach out to us and we'll see what we can do.
Are there any
We can also,
oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. We could also ask volunteers if they speak that language and then pair them with a volunteer.
Yes, I will say the Orlando airport is very busy, so give yourself plenty of time.
Are there any accessible rooms for the overflow hotel? We do not yet have overflow hotels.
We do.
We do have overflow hotels?
They're not, the blocks aren't open to book from yet.
But yeah.
I would imagine, but I'm not positive. I do feel like most hotels have them, but I would have to look at them specifically. If you want to send us an email, we can check on that and get back to you.
Zachary, did you get your question asked at all?
Do you have any questions?
Did you have a question, Justin?
Yeah. I know all the conference. I did a lot of conference on Zoom when it was COVID. If I missed this training and conference, do you mind sending me in the mailbox? I'm just saying your other team on a Zoom chat, so I messaged her that she can mail me some stuff. But if I miss the conference, if you have something in there, I'd love to have that in the mailbox too when the conference is over.
Unfortunately, we aren't doing any recordings this year to be able to email out. I know during COVID, we were able to do stuff online, but we are not doing any recordings this year.
I'm just saying that, not corny, but I live in American Inn, but I can't fly out there. But I'm trying to see if when you're confident in person over, if you see something, I would love to have you guys send me a mailbox.
Okay. What kind of information are you looking for?
You can just email me.
Okay. If you want to send us an email with anything specific that you're wanting, we'll see what we can do. Zachary, do you want to send your message in the chat, your question? All right, what you got? Zachary, do you want me to have Olivia reach out to you once you register for your question? Yeah, you can turn on your camera. Hey, Zachary. It's good to see you.
Can't see you guys.
Do you have a question for us, or did you just want to say hi?
Mm, what's the question?
Are you excited for the convention?
Yes.
We're excited to have you back. All right, I see a couple more questions. Glenna, I can't remember if it's 2 or 3. I apologize. I have been on maternity leave and technically still on maternity leave, but really wanted to get on here to answer your guys' questions tonight. I cannot remember off the top of my head, so we'll reach out to you and let you know. It's either 2 or 3, and it's really just how many book rooms you can book at a time. If you book those 2, if it is 2, and you book those, and then you can just go back in and book 2 more. I want to say it's 3 though, but it's either 2 or 3. Okay.
I have.
Magali, can you answer the question about the Spanish translation? Are you still on? I think she might have hopped off. I do think that the Spanish translation includes any questions. Are you asking if if someone asks a question, if that's translated? And then the response is translated.
Wait, sometimes maybe it's wrong.
No. Can you clarify what you're asking? Can you clarify the translation question? Well, the questions asked at this meeting. Oh, yes, this will be translated. Sam, when's it going to be translated and sent out?
Magali and I are going to be translating probably tomorrow, and then we'll send it out after the weekend. And then someone also asked, when will this specific recording be up on YouTube? And it'll be up by noon tomorrow.
Stephanie, you can book 3 rooms at a time. I just went in and tried it.
Thank you. I was thinking that's what it was, but I couldn't remember.
Does anyone have any other questions before we wrap up for the evening?
Just have one quick question about that Saturday YNA. Can I assume, and again, I'm asking out of ignorance, can I assume that the YNA is there for the self-advocates while the caregivers are at their own sessions for the most part? Is that sort of the strategy behind that gathering of self-advocates on Saturday?
That's correct.
And what is that, like a 3-hour time slot on Saturday in the mid-morning? Or obviously we've got the dinner and the dance go along with it, so I'm just trying to understand fatigue factors and other, attention span factors too at the same time.
Yes, we definitely try to take that into consideration. There's a morning session and then an afternoon session. It breaks for lunch, and the times mimic the sessions for the general conference. So YNA will start 15 minutes before so that families have time to drop them off at the session, then get to their sessions, and then it'll end about 15 minutes after the general conference sessions.
And are those tracks morning and afternoon with this lunch break different, or are they the same and just duplicated based on availability and families wanting to just do one or the other?
They're all different. So they'll attend 5 sessions throughout the day, and each session will be unique. And we do try to make them engaging and hands-on. They're not lecture style.
Yep.
So that we understand the fatigue factor as well.
What time do they start in the morning on Saturday?
I don't have a schedule to glance in front of me. Do you have it, Olivia?
I believe it's 9:15.
It is.
And what time do they end?
5:30.
Oh, okay.
Right, Sam? Is that right?
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
Great. Thank you.
The lunch break is from 12:15 to 1:30.
Got it. And then the dinner after the 5:30 finishing, and then the dance after that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a lot.
That's a lot.
It is. We try to schedule things so that people can go to as much as they want to and that there's something to do, but people pick and choose.
So it's either choose the morning YNA, the morning and afternoon YNA, or don't do any of the YNA. Is that basically what our choices are for the self-advocates?
We recommend them coming the entire time.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
We're expecting them to be there the whole time. If for some reason they aren't able to attend the whole time, let us know, just because if someone doesn't show up, we want to make sure that we are not missing any self-advocates.
And we sign them up, the self-advocates, when we register on Tuesday.
Correct. Yes, you'll
Thank
sign
you.
them up for the Youth and Adult Conference.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And Stephen, I just wanted to say that there are no bad questions. And I am one of the few that answer the phones and the emails. So if anybody has questions, please feel free to email me or Magali or Sam, or I mean the info@NDSC Center email. I love having the questions before the opening day, but I don't mind answering questions afterwards.
So it's info@ndsc.org?
Info@ndsccenter.org, and there are 2 C's in there.
And is it centers plural or center with just an ER?
One center.
One center.
Yes.
Excellent.
Someone wants to know, because College Fair and YNA are overlapping on Saturday, is there a way for their daughter or whatever attendee to go to both YNA and the College Fair?
Yes, there is. Do the times overlap completely?
So Youth and Adult Conference is 9:15 to 12:15, and College Fair is 1:30, or I'm sorry, 10:30 to 1:30. So it's offset a little bit.
There will be time after, but then I'll let Olivia explain about the track.
Yeah, we will be having a track this year that will be visiting the College Fair as one of their sessions. So they'll kind of start their session with a self-advocate kind of talking about their experiences, and then they'll actually all get to visit the College Fair. But yes, like Stephanie was saying, if you want to continue with what you were saying.
Oh yeah, there's an opportunity to go after. So they don't overlap at the exact same times.
All right, the chat has slowed down a lot, so anyone else?
Okay. Well, again, if you have any additional questions, feel free to reach out to us at info@ndsccenter.org. And we are super, super excited to see you all in Orlando. And we appreciate you guys hopping on tonight.
Thanks so much for having this. It's very informative.
You're welcome. All right. You guys have a great night.
Oh, Christ.